Hello, IED students. We are starting your final project. In lieu of a final test, we are going to do a 4-day final project, and my hope is that you will be tuning in right away today because you will need at least 3.5 days to get this project done. You'll be working with a partner on this, and I will be emailing that information to you. So this project will be applying a number of things that we've been working on so far this year, from the design process to making some concept sketches to isometric sketches, as well as making a drawing in Inventor that will be completed with a multi-view drawing that's dimensioned. So it's called Charmed, I'm sure. And what that really comes down to is you're going to make a luggage tag or a backpack tag for another person. So our objectives in this final project are: you'll develop a model to represent important characteristics of an object for an intended purpose. You build a physical representation of an object based on graphical representations of the object, and you'll generate an annotated multi-view drawing using a CAD software, of course, using Inventor that we've been learning how to use. So to kick this off on Monday the 30th of November, you will need to log into my PLTW activity 1.2.6. Hopefully, you've not lost your login information. If you have, you will need to email me so I can share that with you again. You should have recorded that in your planner, in your engineering notebook, as well as in your phone. I had made recommendations of that on the first week we were together when we handed that out. So you'll log into my PLTW activity 1.2.6, which will look something like this. It's called Charmed, I'm sure. And the goals we've already went over. Materials, I'll be providing this for you at the end, so you have a way to clip this onto a backpack. Some resources here, but you'll be starting by reading through. You will carefully need to read through the opportunity. You'll be documenting your work in your engineering notebook, so hopefully you've got that at home with you. Make sure as you read through, you read through the details of the checklist and the rubric. A lot of necessary information there. And then you can actually skip this number 2. I'm not going to focus on that much. But you will have to look at define the opportunity. Read through that thoroughly. The design brief. You will be finishing that design brief with a partner. So the first phase should move along relatively quickly once you have read through the information. You will spend 5 minutes writing a brief description of yourself that includes information that you would like to reflect in a charm design. And you may choose to create a single description and allow the charm designer to select the information to develop 3 unique designs, or you can provide 2 or 3 separate descriptions that focus on 1 or 2 particular personal characteristics to inform each conceptual design. So basically what you're doing is you are going to be creating a backpack charm for another person, and likewise someone else will be making a backpack charm for you based on the information that you provide. So you'll read through that. You'll do some work with generating concepts. You'll work on developing a solution. Quite a bit of detail. I need you to read through this carefully. You'll construct and test. We're actually going to 3D print these items when they're all designed and built. I'm going to jump back to the module to give you a little more heads up on this. So you'll log in and read the following. You'll have to read the opportunity. You'll have to read, define the opportunity. And then there's a design brief. And as you click on that, part of that step is you'll need to complete the design brief with your partner. As you click on that, it is designed in such a way that it will make you create a copy. So you have to go ahead and make a copy, right? Because I don't want you to put information in there that others would get to. I want it to be your own document. So that's a link to the design brief that you'll be using. Make sure you check your email. As of Sunday night, I have sent emails to everyone in the class, actually with the blue and the gold. So you will be working with someone else, and it may not be someone in your blue group or your gold group. We have 18 students, so we'll have 9 groups of 2. You will need to collaborate with them. and you'll need to cooperate, work together. You are under a time crunch. So if you put off things until Tuesday, Wednesday, you will have problems. This is an 80-point project. Okay, you have 4 days to do this. And I'll give you a little tip. Keep it simple. Don't overdo it. Don't try and make this too involved. I appreciate being energetic, but you still need to get this done by Thursday at 3 o'clock. All right, so it's important to simplify and go forward in making something that meets the needs, the desires of your partner. So check your email. You'll work with your partner to complete steps 3 through 6, recording that in your engineering notebook, and then you'll begin working through the generate concept section of 1.2.6 with your partner. Your daily goal on Monday is to complete through step 13 before Tuesday, because by Tuesday, you will need to be working in Inventor for the next phase, which is to develop a solution. All right, so you'll go back to my PLTW project 1.2.6 and make sure you thoroughly read questions 13 through 7 or items 13 through 17 to develop a solution before you move along. Daily expectations for Tuesday then is, Wednesday will be to complete your work on your developing a solution. In other words, that's your inventor work. It really needs to be done that day to get your client, your partner, to sign off on it. You'll have to get an email from them. Show them a picture of that. I don't care if you want to do that via Google Meet or if you just want to email pictures, but you need to get a email from them that has them sign off and accepts your design before you can finish your project. Then you will have to submit the inventor part for me to 3D print for you. That is due by the 3rd of December, which is Thursday, the last day of the trimester. To complete the project, all right, here's the phase, the process. Yeah, we're going to use this little device here. It's an assignment, and basically what that consists of is it is a Google slide presentation. I'm going to move my picture to the other side here. A Google Slides presentation that you'll have to read the bottom. The first slide says click to add title, student name. Add a title, your student name, project name, class, and date. Add that all to the slide and then a picture of your product. The next one, what are the 6 steps of the design process? You should have, we learned about these actually earlier in the year. You probably have these in your engineering notebook, or it is part of Charmed, I'm sure, the project. Then you will take and read through each one of these. You'll have 6 slides to define each step in the design process, add pictures, explanations of what exactly you've done in each step of the design process, all the way down to the very end, and do your best to explain that. And finally, at the end, you've got a couple project reflection, kind of like conclusion questions. The entire project is worth 80 points of a project. All right. So with that, you have an idea of where to go. A couple more very, very important points of information that you'll need in that we'll be working with the design brief going forward. And I'm going to go back and open that guy up because we need to look at that together. There's a few things that you need to have. So I'll go ahead and open that up. You'll want to record this in your engineering notebook as you're watching the instructions here. There are a number of things that you need to do to add to this. Let's let that open up. So as we start looking at your design brief, this will have to be added to your Google Slides presentation. Who's the client? In other words, who are you working for? Target consumer, pretty straightforward. Who's the designer? That is you. You are the designer. The opportunity is explained here. The design statement is something that you and your partner / client will have to work out to come up with a design statement of what we're trying to accomplish here. Some of the criteria things that you need. The hole size, for example. Here's where you need to make some notes because you'll have to add this to it. The hole size for attachment must be 0.25 inches, okay, a 1/4 inch or 0.25 inches. Sliding down, Other constraints. The charm or luggage tag will be manufactured using an additive manufacturing process, that's 3D printing. The charm or luggage tag will be manufactured from a product called PLA. And that PLA would be like, what's P? Pony, L as in Larry, A as in Apple, PLA. You'll have to fill this out when you put this in your final project. Then, due to the limitations in production, the maximum volume of material is maximum volume 1.25 cubic inches. Okay, your maximum volume, make sure you're recording this, 1.25 cubic inches. Number 4 says a final design must be submitted for customer review by December 2nd. You will need the 3rd to finalize your project. Okay, so a final design must be submitted to your customer or your partner slash client by December 2nd. And number 5, a 3D design file must be submitted to me by December 3rd. So some very important points there. As far as your maximum size, I'm going to give you some information there as well. The maximum size is 2 inches by 2 inches by 0.375. Again, I'll repeat those. The maximum size of your charm, no bigger than 2 inches by 2 inches by 0.375. That's also known as 3/8 of an inch. All right, that gives you the overview on that. Back to the module. So you have an overview of what you need to do. I'll send you an email that tells you who you're working on this together with, and I look forward to seeing your work by Thursday. You've got a 4-day mini project, so don't delay, get going, connect with your partner, and I look forward to your designs. Have fun being designers and looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Take care, guys.